What's up everybody, this is Happy to Game here, and today in this video I'm going to be going over the #1 Fiora Rapier crit build. Alright, so let's talk about Fiora's skills here, and we can't start about talking Fiora's skills without talking about her passive, which is called Touche. Now every single time you do an auto attack on your enemy, there's going to be an indicator underneath them, and if it's called a Touche indicator, and if you can proc that indicator, it does extra things. So for her Q, essentially it's just a damage dash forward, but if you proc the Touche indicator, then it will deal extra damage and slow the enemy down. Now for your W, treat it as 2 quick swipes to your enemy. It counts as a normal attack, which means that, you know, a crit chance and all your damage bonuses are all there, and lifesteal. But skill amplification will not affect this. Which is why this build is based off of crit. And this is going to be your main skill that you're going to want to level up and use in your fights. E is essentially your dash. And again, you dash. If you hit your enemy, you'll deal damage. If you proc the enemy who has a Touche indicator on them, you can dash again for a short amount of time. So you can do a dash towards your enemy, hit them. While they're running away, you can dash them again. And then your ultimate essentially just amplifies all of your abilities, but it does drain your stamina slash mana. And so you have to be careful when using this, because your main thing is your W. So you're going to want to try and use your W as much as possible. So here is the skill leveling order for this build. Alright, so I've had the opportunity to use this build in duos and in squads. I haven't had a chance to use this too much in solos, but it worked pretty well no matter which game mode I used it in. Alright, so I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce some of these names. I'm just going to scroll over them for you so that you can see the items, so you can put this build into your own game as well. So this is the weapon you're going to want. This is your chest, your headgear, the arm, your legs, and your accessory. Let's just go into the route here that you're going to take for the plan. So the very first area is going to be the avenue, forest, beach. Once you hit your beach, so zone 3, you should have your weapon now, your headgear, and your accessory. And then you're going to head to the hospital, and the item that you will least likely to finish if you go through this entire build is going to be the armor. Alright, so here we're gonna show some gameplay of this build in action. So the very first thing, again, you're starting in avenue. You will be collecting a lot of materials in this one zone, and very quickly, especially if you're inside one of the big offices in avenue. Now, a couple of quick tips here. If you see any honey, milk, or chocolate, it is worth picking up to quickly craft, chocolate, cookies, some honey milk. This is some really good and decent early game food and beverages for the early game, especially if you get into some early team fights. Now, once you've collected all the materials that you need, you're going to want to make your way towards the forest, the connector between the forest and the avenue. And what I found here is, if you go to that connector, you're going to see groups of branches and rocks along the way. Make sure you grab those rocks and branches, because that will help accelerate and help this build come along a lot faster. So once you get to the forest, grab materials that you need there. You should only need a few items, and once you're done there, you should now have your finished accessory. And then you're going to do a quick walk over to the beach, and all you should be looking for here is your piano wire to finish off your weapon. There's also going to be a few other items there to help finish your tiara as well, and to get your arms and your legs built up a little bit more. in this video, I'm playing in squads, and because, you know, I'm a nice player and I'm not a selfish player, I like to meet up with my squad mates right after I finish my weapon, and that's because I want to help them finish their builds and make sure that they don't get picked off. And because of this, I have to, more often than not, adapt my build, and usually I would have to kill other players to finish my build. But typically what you would do here is you'd want to go to the hospital, loot more materials to finish off your arms and your legs. And let me just warn you, in doing this build, especially in squads or in duos, because you're focused on making sure that you don't get picked off as a team or as individuals, it is quite difficult to finish the chest piece. It's very difficult to get the monk robe, and so just an FYI. Alright, so now here are some highlights of this build in action. I hope you liked this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye now.